Hare Krishna everyone. Hope you had a lovely day. Welcome to Soma Vedic Astrology channel. Today we will discuss about the placement of the 8th lord in the 5th house. What do you mean by the Lord of the House in Vedic astrology? Now, each planet has got a responsibility of handling either one or two houses. So, this planets become the Lord of those houses. Now, look at this table to see which planet is the Lord of which zodiac sign. So, if you see this table, Mars is the Lord of two zodiac signs, which is Aries and Scorpio. Venus is the lord of two zodiac signs, Taurus and Libra. So, in this way, each of the planet has gotten a department to handle either one or two zodiac signs. Now let us try to understand that with an example. Now, for example, if in your chart third lord is in the fourth house, so how you conclude whether third lord is in fourth house? So if you see, this is the first house where 12 is written, this is the second house where 1 is written, and this is the third house where 2 is written. Now what is 2? If we have a look at the table, then 2 is nothing but the Taurus zodiac sign. And who is the lord of Taurus zodiac sign? It is Venus. Okay, so what you will say then, lord of the third house is Venus. Okay, because it is the lord of the Taurus zodiac sign. And but where is Venus placed? Now Venus is placed in the fourth house of the birth chart. So this is how you will conclude that third lord is in the fourth house. So today we will check the placement 8th lord in the 5th house, but before that I have already made a detailed videos on what all things can we see from the 5th house as well as from the 8th house. Please go and check that out before proceeding with this video. Also, a small disclaimer, please note that this is a general prediction depending only on the placement of a lord in a specific house. Accurate results will only come after considering the zodiac sign, planets, dignity of the planets, retrogression, combustion, aspects, nakshatra, ascendant, shadbal, conjunction, and your running time period, which is Mahadasha, Antardasha, etc. Now, each lord is going 10 places away from its own house. So, 10 places away always shows some form of karma which is needs to be burned with respect to the significations of the fifth house. It can be, related to your children, related to love affairs, related to your education. So, there is some, active work which you need to do with respect to these significations. Now, fifth house is a Trikona house, and eighth house is a Dusthana house. So, fifth house is the house of past life blessings, and now this Dusthana Lord is going and sitting in the fifth house, is trying to restrict the Trikona house to be fully able to deliver its results. So that is the reason usually this is not considered as a good placement. Now, fifth house is the part of Dharma Trikon, and eighth house is the part of Moksha Trikon. So, you feel that, in this lifetime you have a very active duty to towards your children, and you definitely work on that. You feel that that is a duty and you're actively working on that aspect, and there will be some certain transformative event in your life due to which you will embrace spirituality as part of your life. Now, eighth lord shows occult knowledge, and fifth house is the house of Purva Punya, Vedic learning, divine intelligence. So, there is a possibility of getting secret knowledge, occult knowledge, astrology, Tantra, Mantra, any form of divine knowledge. Okay. Now, eighth lord shows research skills, and fifth house is the Vidya Bhava. So, if this placement is well placed, then this is a very excellent position for research skills, and you can be very knowledgeable, because eighth lord is giving you that ability to dig deeper into one specific subject, so you can be a very knowledgeable person in a given domain or in a given subject. If it is badly placed, then you might lack in the intelligence department and might struggle in education. Now, eighth lord shows incurable disease, and now this incurable disease lord is going and sitting in the house of children. So, if it is well placed, then it is good for children, good children, happiness from children. But if it is badly placed, then it is not a great placement to have children. Okay, it can cause any of these issues, maybe denial of child, possibility of issues during the birth of the child, or miscarriage, delayed childbirth, or possibility of the child suffering from some incurable disease or special child. Now, eighth lord shows longevity, and fifth house is the house of Purva Punya. So, if it is well placed, then you will get a very long lifespan due to your past life blessings. And if it is badly placed, then your longevity here is affected, because you're taking a lot of mental stress, mental anxiety, depression due to some things which are not going as per your thoughts, and there is any which ways troubles and challenges being put upon by the eighth law, due to which your longevity is getting affected. Now, eighth lord shows transformative events, and fifth house is the house of children. So your life might totally transform after the birth of the child. If it is badly placed, then you might suffer from mental depression, anxiety, overthinking due to the condition of your child. Now, eighth lord shows transformative events, secrecy, and fifth house is the house of love affairs. So, you might indulge in secret love affairs, and please expect some form of transformative events, or breakups in the matters of love. Now, eighth lord shows sudden gains and losses, and fifth house is also little bit of similar themes with respect to the risk taking ability, gambling, and a stock investment. So both other houses have this common theme of speculative investment. So you might be more inclined to do stock trading, stock gambling, and to earn from it. Now, eighth lord shows transformative events, and fifth house is the Bhavat Bhavam of the ninth house. It is nine places away from the ninth house. Nine places away, which shows long distance journeys. Ninth in house also shows your father. So, your father might like to do long distance travels, okay, and he might like to gain experiences, wisdoms, or just explore different type of places from traveling. Now, eighth lord shows inheritance, okay, insurance money, and fifth house is the house of children. So if the situation of your child is difficult, then you might plan to keep enough inheritance money, the insurance money, for the safety of your child. So basically, the insurance money that you are getting from your forefathers, it is actually most the beneficiary person out of that is no one but your child, because you're keeping everything for your the safety and security of the child due to some condition of your child. Now, eighth lord shows transformative events, and fifth house is the house of fame, and it also shows children. So, you know you might be in the you might be in limelight in the society that you live in, due to the perception of the society, which no which might be little, kind of a gossip type of situation, or where society is discussing about your child, not in a good sense. Maybe they find it a little, unusual or not normal. So this is one condition with which there can be a limelight on your child, okay, or on you due to the your child. Or second reason can also be, maybe child getting involved in some sexual scandals with the love, or in the love affair. So because eighth house is also the house of secrecy, and fifth house is also the house of love affairs. Now, eighth lord shows chronic illness, and fifth house is the house of these organs, which is heart, upper abdomen, belly, womb, stomach, liver, pancreas, gallbladder, small intestine. So you might, have to face some disease or illness related to any of these organs. Now, you know if it is well placed, then it can be a very minor issue, maybe, let's say digestion issue. Or if it is, very badly placed, then, heart related issues, blood pressure. So, in that way we need to see, but we need to see some more aspects as well to, finalize this. Now, eighth lord, sitting in the fifth house, is giving it seventh aspect on the 11th house of income. So there is a possibility, as we mentioned, fifth house is the house of speculative investments. So, during the mahadasha antardasha time period, there is a possibility of either gaining or losing income from the stocks and speculative investments. Gain or loss depends on the dignity, and it is also possible that, you might be spending your income on your children. Okay, it can be for the health issues, or can also be normally, you like to splurge on your children, and you want to give a better lifestyle to your children. I will in future make separate videos with different type of planets as the eighth lord in the fifth house. If you have this placement in your chart, please do mention your experiences in the comments section. I hope you guys must have liked the video. Please do not forget to subscribe the channel. Also, please do let me know in the comment section below what more videos would you like to see. Thank you.